chat. Good morning, chat. Good morning, chat. Good morning, chat. Morning, chat. Morning. Morning. Morning, chat. Hi, chat. Good morning. Doing my. Hi. How are you, my loves? Speaking to you. Speaking to you softly, chat. Hello. Your soul is mine. Hello, 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 hello. This is not an ASMR stream. I don't know why I'm talking to you that softly, but you know. Hi cutie. How are you? How are you? Did you get good sleep? Jay, now thank you. Well, thank you for the 1,500 bits. Thank you. Gotta feed the server pup. Oh, thank you for feeding me. Thank you so much. I like being fed. Thank you. You're eepy. It's 6 a.m. I'm a little eepy too, but that's okay. That's okay. I've got that eepy drunk thing going on. You guys know when you're eepy, so then you're like drunk. You know what I mean? Like I feel like people who are tired or not or eepy, they tend to act like they're drunk a little bit. You know? That's kind of like how it is. Gotta give her a nice steak. Hi, Skella dude. Good morning. Hello. That's literally me. I'm drunk, but I'm not. Yes, you get that a lot. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you get all like derpy and everything too. So that's exactly what your streamer is like right now. Thank you, Pinky, for the 100 bits, baby. Tanuki, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you, sweetheart. For the
Your
7
soul
months.
is mine.
7 months, thank you. I love you. Loki, thank you for the follow. I wake up confused. I wake up in a variety of different emotions, honestly. I'm one of those people that can wake up angry. I do wake up angry sometimes for like no reason, and I think it's just because like I wake up. But, like I don't know why I wake up angry. Like what like why? It could be over anything. It could be anything. Dude, it could be over something that someone did in my dream. Like someone does something in my dream, and I'm like, I had a dream. I had a dream once that I couldn't get into a certain area because of Rumi. Like she wouldn't let me into like a certain area, like some type of event somewhere, and she was like working at the event. So when like I saw her when I woke up and I went to go find her, I was like, you didn't let me in. You didn't let me into this event. And she's like, yeah, because like that's in your dream. Are frames dropping? They are dropping, are they? No, are you serious? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I see them too. I see them. I see them too. Hold on, I'm turning off Spotify right now. Oh man, the redeems are not enabled yet. No, because I'm worried about stream because it was messing up yesterday. I'm worried about stream, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm seeing my frames drop too, and I have no clue why. I have no clue why. You thought it was because you're on mobile? Dude, what is going on? Literally, stream started working perfectly fine yesterday. Like, okay, after all the shit that happened yesterday, it was working perfectly fine. Let's see here. I have like a guys, thank you so much for the hype chain. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, why is it dropping? It literally like yesterday after a certain amount of time. You guys remember yesterday after a certain amount of time it was fine. It was fine. So, my upload speed is like 16. I cannot deal with that BS today. It better not. It better not. It crashed 5 times before that. It did.
You are stuck with me now.
Omni, thank you so much for the 26 months. 26 months with this amazing community and the most amazing server pup around. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Ugh.
Your soul is mine.
I'm gonna have to get like new PC parts or something because my frames are just dropping. Literally no clue why. Things are just gonna be weird yesterday. Dude, yeah, no, because it was like this yesterday. Our streams haven't been bad until literally recently. Like, I don't know, until literally yesterday. Yeah, dropping frames. But yeah, it's been since Space Marines. Since Space Marines? Space Marines, I think, happened because of how big the game was. But yeah. The tiredness chewed up the Wi-Fi? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Johnny. You are so sweet. Yeah, I literally have no clue. What's up? Hi, your sis Mori. Hello. All right, so it seems to be doing fine right now. I'm like, what is going on? You're trying to pick up the frames, but I can only carry so many. Aww. Aww. Isn't BG bigger and you ran that just fine? BG? What is BG? It feels so awkward to not have music on in the background, but I turned it off. I turned it off because I didn't want the frames dropping anymore. I didn't want it turning up, but like oh, Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. Oh, I played Baldur's Gate like an entire. I played Baldur's Gate like a whole year ago. Baldur's Gate. I don't think we've played Baldur's Gate recently. Not at all. Yeah, no. Not recently. The frames fell for you, Spite, just like the rest of us. Oh. Baldur's Gate 3 is well optimized. It is. It would be absolutely insane if Space Marines literally fucked up everything. Dude, I put Spotify back on and it immediately dropped frames. Try to get back off. Okay. Okay. Space. I'm wondering if Space Marines. This is up. Computer. Dude, I literally just turned off Spotify. And now it's back and working well. So I guess no Spotify for today. That's such poop. It doesn't really matter how large the game is. If the game is poorly optimized, it is automatically going to run worse. That's a very good point. Illustrator. That is very, very true. Very true. Very true. Warhammer was just too intense, huh? Warhammer just said, you know, I'm gonna F up your whole shit. All of it. You might just choke Twitch. They might be into it. Might be. Yeah, so has your PC updated recently? I don't know if I had an update. I had a graphics driver update, and I did do that. I did do that. So I did do that type of update. Yo, Spate, yo! It's okay, don't worry. My voice is going to be the music, okay? It's fine. We'll just pretend like there's some nice music in the background, okay? What happens if oh, but the frames are dropping again. Yo, what is happening? There's probably no way of figuring it out without taking a proper look at the system. Yeah, no, I looked at everything. I tried looking at everything, and when was that? Yesterday. Yesterday, I updated my graphics drivers. Is your PC running? Then you better go catch it. It's probably some Windows update or an OBS update. It's not an OBS update because OBS automatically updates for me. I'm simply too powerful for Twitch. Simply. They're dropping like it's hot, just like Snoop Dogg said. In the pimps in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. It like it's hot. Work it like it's hot. Want me to pin a message about the frames? No, it's okay. If you know, if it gets too crazy, we'll just figure something out. I literally, I cannot tell what it is. What annoys me is that I feel like whenever things are going like super well, which like this tends to happen to my frames. Like I'm like, why? You know? Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I know what things we're gonna do today. It's like, yay. Like, wonderful. But you know, I'm like, fuck. I'm just gonna get straight into us watching stuff then, because the shit's pissing me off.
Your soul is mine.
Pissing me off. Yeah, fuck. We're gonna just we'll start off with something. Ooh, I want to know.
Strong enough to.
I want to watch this first. Watch a few things. Fuck. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, literally, like the past, before this past week, like last weekend, everything was smooth. Smooth. Is it time? We're honestly just gonna go straight into watching stuff. Like now. Oh my lord. How did you stream yesterday after what happened in the morning? I just started I just started stream back up. After like five times of it restarting, I just started stream back up. Well, Kirby is working. Kirby is working. Nice. 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 Oh my god, what the hell is that? Okay, what the hell is that? What is that? My god. Yeah, no, I did restart my PC. So my PC definitely was restarted. Kirby is a menace. A little menace. All right. That's your ex?
This is probably the most terrifying thing you'll ever see in the ocean.
That looks like a standing praying mantis. that a real thing?
Is actually a big fin squid and is believed to grow up to 26 feet long. Scientists believe
He's like
they hunt by
T-posing
dragging
on
those
us.
freakish arms across the ocean floor, snatching up anything unlucky enough to accidentally brush up against it. But by far the scariest thing about this hell squid, we know almost nothing about it. We don't know how they mate, how they live. All we know for sure is that you can find them at the very bottom of the ocean at depths of up to 15,000 feet.
If I found that thing T-posing and looking at me, I would simply shrivel up and die. I would simply die. I love these under the sea nightmares. People ask me, they're like, oh yeah, would you rather be in space or under the sea? Like, what do you think is scarier? And I'm like, under the sea is way scarier in my opinion. Like, I don't know. I know there's aliens, confirmed aliens in space, but like, no, under the sea is freaking scary. Freaking scary. I would rather choose space. I don't care if there's some super wet, you know, slimy dolphin skeleton, because that's what I call xenos. They look like little black dolphin skeletons. They have like a little dolphin head and a little skeleton body. And I don't care if they have like, they're gonna impregnate me with their little miniature selves, you know? This shit is way scarier,
half
okay?
the height of Mount Everest. Here's the part that
Shit's
personally
way
freaks me
scarier.
out. Every big fin ever caught was a juvenile, and since no adults have ever been captured,
You
it's
know,
possible
the little skeleton, like, you know, like their body is like if you look at a xeno, they have a really skinny body, but they have like this dolphin head. They have this dolphin head.
they can be even bigger than we thought. Big fin ever caught was a juvenile, and since no adults have ever been captured, it's possible they can be even bigger than we thought. This sea slender man's arms are covered in tiny suckers, meaning once it grabs something, there aren't a lot of things strong enough to break free.
You can't
Those
break
arms can be
free.
over 90% of their total body length, and they hold it at a 90-degree angle, which makes this violation against nature look like it's T-posing.
That's what
As
I
technology
said. It was
improves, we might have a chance
T-posing.
to learn more about them. Which isn't a good thing. They need to stay in hell. Well, facts, but they slowly get more and more disturbing. Blue whales can produce 400 gallons of baby batter, but only 10% of it makes it to the female, meaning 360 gallons get dumped back out. In case you're wondering, that's 8.5 bathtubs of whale maker.
I always talk about how we're constantly drinking whale cum whenever we're in the ocean. And like, you know, I know they say that's not why it's salty, but okay. Okay, alright, okay, yeah, okay.
Gray whales will go 3-player with 2 males and a female. While the first male is getting his rocks
Oh,
off,
wait,
the
yo?
second wing whale will swim underneath the female and help hold her in place for a process that can last up to an hour. And friendly reminder, almost every sea monster story ever told was really about a whale's penis, and I will never let y'all forget it. Sperm whales are so loud that their sound can vibrate you to death by either causing your lungs to collapse or an air bubble to form in your brain, which would instantly take you off the senses.
Bro, what is going on?
Blue whales are big, but not a lot of people understand how big. You can hear a blue whale's heartbeat from a little more than 2 miles away. They can swallow almost 500,000 calories at once. Allegedly, a whale's fart bubble
I know like whales don't like to eat humans. I know they don't like to do that, okay? But I'm telling you, if I see a big old whale in the ocean, I'm going to simply die. I'll just cease to exist. I am going to shit bricks. I'm going to.
can enclose a full-grown horse. And because of a million
A
calories
whale
at
fart.
once, allegedly a whale's fart bubble can enclose a full-grown horse. And because I am who I am, I have to tell you that the largest blue whale penis was about 16 feet long and weighed anywhere from 700 to 900 pounds. Blue whales don't spray water out of their
Bro, a whale fart could probably knock us out. A whale fart could literally just, oh my god. Oh my god. I feel like you could break a neck from a whale's fart.
blowholes the way you see in movies. It's actually warm air being forced out of the lungs. It's basically its breath. It's one of the most unholy smells that can ever assault your nose. Like burning rubber in a fish cemetery. Because of that video, there's now
God.
people that believe the ocean is salty because of whale sperm. And I'm not gonna lie, I wish it were true because of the look on people's faces when I tell them this is free therapy, but it isn't. Most of the ocean's salt comes from rocks on land because when acidic rain hits the rocks, it erodes them and causes
I
them
don't
to release
believe
salt.
it.
The salt
I
gets
don't
carried down the
believe
streams
it.
and rivers where it eventually reaches the ocean. The reason the ocean is so salty is because this has been happening for millions on billions of years.
I don't
Some of
believe
the
it.
salt
It's
also
'cause of the
comes from
whale
hydrothermal
too.
vents at the bottom of the ocean, but most of the time when you taste seawater, the salt came from a rock, not a whale that already has. So yeah, you don't have to worry about salty seawater. Besides, you should probably be more concerned with the fact that your perfume used to be made from whale vomit. The
Oh.
more you know. Fish you should be most afraid of isn't
Oh.
the shark. It's the stonefish because it can deliver venom powerful enough to cause crippling pain and toxic enough to activate your life insurance in less than 2 hours. This liver
Wait,
venom
what is this?
fish you should be most afraid of isn't the shark. It's the stonefish because it can deliver venom powerful enough to cause crippling pain and toxic enough to activate your life insurance in less than 2 hours.
Oh,
This fish is
Jesus.
armed with a venom called verrucotoxin, and as a neurotoxin, it shuts your body down from the inside. If you got stung, you would first feel incapacitating pain, swelling, and eventually numbness. But no worries,
it
gets
sting
worse.
you.
It always gets worse. If you don't get medical attention fast enough, the poison would destroy tissues in the body, cause uncontrollable twitching and shaking, and eventually paralysis, meaning it would get harder and harder to breathe until you eventually black out. Victims describe the pain as getting continuously hit with a sledgehammer all over the body, and even if you survive, you can still walk away with permanent nerve damage and muscle atrophy. But there's two big reasons why this Satan guppy might be the most dangerous fish on Earth. One is this picture. Because the stonefish looks like a stone, it's so easy to accidentally step on one, and when you do, those spines would get shoved up your foot, and the harder you step, the more poison gets pumped into you. And number two, they can survive outside of water for up to 24 hours, meaning they don't have to be underwater to put you underground. Because Australia is the only place where mistaking a fish for a stone can get you the death penalty. You should never pick this shell up because it's actually
So is it only in Australia? I hope it's not in America. God. God. Oh gosh, you said poison is so cool? Dude, this shit is horrifying. That's so scary. That is so scary. My gosh. Of course it lives near Australia. A lot of things that can kill you live near Australia. Literally.
one of the most venomous things on the planet. That's because the cone snail can shoot you with a harpoon at 400 miles per hour. That would be like getting struck by 14 Usain Bolts, because ironically this snail is one of the fastest animals on the planet, being able to hit you almost as fast as you can blink. That's not the only thing fast about them, because this murder slug was nicknamed cigarette snail because according to urban legend, if you got hit by one, you had enough time for a puff puff pass before you puff puff pass away. If you got stung, you would immediately feel extreme pain, swelling, numbness, and vomiting. But don't worry, it gets worse. It would escalate to muscle paralysis, double vision, and difficulty breathing. And once you get to that point, you can go ahead and start printing out shirts because you finna be on one. And even though the cigarette thing was an exaggeration, it could take only 5 to 8 hours for them to connect you to God's Wi-Fi. Now the problem with these snails is that they use venom to paralyze unlucky prey, and they'll even put them to sleep with a toxin that's 1,000 times more powerful.
I don't like the way it looks. I don't like that. I shouldn't be saying ill to nature, because I'm sure that snail doesn't like the way we look either, but like, oh my god.
Morphine, which works on fish and stupid people that pick them up. But they don't just use one though, like Tyson, they be on them combos. They can have 50 different toxins in their venom, which is why there is no antidote. The only cure is to try not to die and become a Snapchat member.
Your child can visit steamy jungles, grassy plains, and the dark depths of the ocean.
I should probably explain what the hell this is. That was an angel shark, and that's the worst Call of Duty player you'll ever meet. The angel shark will lie motionless for days waiting for anything bite-sized to accidentally pass above its head so it can take its life. Sounds like a cheat code, but there's no referee in the ocean, so this camel shark stat pads kills like no other. But you don't have to worry about them snatching up your leg because they're only interested in fish, crustaceans, and mollusks like squid.
Okay, so they're not.
Angel sharks are a lot like electrical power sockets.
They're not into us.
If you're stupid enough to poke them. Now you would think that's common sense, but because these sharks stay perfectly still, scuba divers think it's a good idea to touch them, and that makes these sharks go from mannequin challenge to homicide. Luckily, attacks are rare, and as long as you're not an idiot, this sea carpet won't fade you. Good thing too, because there's a shark in this picture.
Man, there's so many idiots out there, though. there's so many out there. I feel like there's definitely been a good amount of people who have tried to touch one of these guys.
Be an angel, but he'll turn you into one. Reasons why this is your new favorite fish. Even though they can be up to 23 feet over 3,000 pounds,
that's a stingray, right? Doesn't it look like a stingray,
because they only ever eat plankton and small shrimp. Unlike stingrays, they're not venomous. This giant placemat couldn't hurt you if it wanted to. They're smart enough to understand mirrors because manta rays were seen waving and blowing bubbles at their own reflection, something they wouldn't do if they thought it was another manta ray. Manta rays will launch themselves out of the ocean, and they do it to get rid of parasites or to avoid predators, but sometimes it seems like they do it just for fun. They have the largest brain of any fish.
I knew it was a manta ray. I don't know why I said stingray.
In the ocean that don't also belong on a list with Cosby. That isn't a TV guide. Baby manta rays are called pups, and the mother will give birth to 1 or 2 pups every year.
They're called pups. Oh, they're called pups. Enigmaro, thank you for the follow. That's adorable. That's adorable. That's so cute.
They're normally black, a dark brown, or a grayish blue, but there are pink manta rays out there. And no, this is not edited. This pink manta ray is found off the coast of Australia on the Great Barrier Reef, proving that that country is both a national treasure and Satan's jungle gym.
Pink animals are adorable. They're so adorable.
They're smart enough to form strong emotional bonds with each other, and they're smart enough to ask for help. One repeatedly approached a diver until he realized that she had a fish hook stuck under her eye, and she waited patiently as he removed it. Once he removed it, she swam off. What would happen if you took one of the meanest animals in the ocean and...
That's... Oh, he waited patiently. I love when animals, like, know whenever humans are helping them. I love it because there's been multiple instances of animals just like, all right, I'm gonna chill here while you help me out. There's been multiple instances of that. Whereas, there are also some animals who don't realize when they're being helped, so then they like freak out. But I think it's great that he was like, all right, I'm just gonna wait because I know you're trying to help me. Thank you. Just Noob, thank you for the follow. Like
And
it's
gave it legs.
it's precious.
Well, two things. One, you'd have one of the most violently aggressive animals on Earth walking on land, and two, I know this because it technically happened and they exist. It's a known fact that the biggest menace to society in the ocean are dolphins of any kind. They jump sharks for no reason, slapbox their babies, and they have a rap sheet longer than Drake's. And the worst dolphin of all actively tortures other animals for sport. Dolphins and whales are part of a group called cetaceans.
It's so crazy because dolphins, I feel like, are so if I didn't watch videos like this or I didn't like educate myself, I would have continued for most of my life. For most of my life, I thought that dolphins were like sweet, happy little babies. I genuinely did because like, they're always in these little shows that you can watch. You see people literally hugging the dolphins in images and everything. Like the way that the way that the public and has portrayed them are, oh, they're super playful and cute until I educated.
Which basically happened because this guy decided he wanted to test his luck out in the ocean and evolved to become semi-aquatic and then fully aquatic. But funny story, there was a group of these land animals that actually stayed on land, and about 54 million years ago they split up, with the animals that would become whales and dolphins heading out to sea. The ones that didn't follow them out into the ocean stayed on land, and after millions of years of plot development, they went on to become one of the most vicious animals in the world. In case I haven't made it obvious, I'm talking about hippos. The African homicide horse is actually the closest living relative of whales and dolphins. One's a bipolar tank with Roy Ridge and a devil's overbite, and the other's a pufferfish abusing shark assaulting sea quagmire, and that is in evolution. Remember that dolphin sound effect from SpongeBob that was supposed to be like a sensor? You know what
They evolved but kept the same mentality. They kept their same gang mentality of it's on sight, hands are rated E for everyone. You don't mess with hippos at all. Yeah, no, you don't. I have to move my microphone. So many people think that whenever I move my microphone, it's that sound, that it's me and my chair. It's actually my microphone that squeaks. Moogdang. I was literally just looking at that little hippo this morning. Precious little baby. Hi, Psycho baby. How are you? Hope you're having an amazing morning, darling. Hope you're having a great morning.
I'm talking about. Well, that sound didn't actually come from a dolphin. It was actually the sped up laughter of the kookaburra. It's a kingfisher bird found in Australia that sounds like a guy trying way too hard to laugh at a cute girl's jokes. You may not be able to hear it, but when you double the playback speed, you can hear the sound that cartoons made you swear was a dolphin. Moral of this video, every dolphin sound effect you've ever heard in every TV show.
My childhood was a lie.
Crack Tweety.
My childhood was such a lie. I thought that was a dolphin this whole time. Shut up, I want moodang. I want moodang. Oh. I want other casual week geographic. I'm like in the mood. I'm in the mood. Reject modernity. Return to moodang. Return to moodang. Animal secrets. Zoos don't want you to know. Dun 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 dun. What do you guys want to see? There's the why we should fear dolphins, not sharks. There's animal secrets zoos don't want you to know. No, I literally saw Moogdang. Like, I think Moogdang was the first thing I saw when I woke up this morning. I woke up, and then I got on my phone, and I like checked TikTok, and Moogdang was there. Like, I was surprised to see that Mudang's mother was fine with humans being so close to her baby. Did she also grow in captivities? Or what? Did she? I don't know which video I want to see. I'm too indecisive. Okay, well, maybe I'll do animal secrets. Zoos don't
Animal
want you to
facts
know.
that zookeepers might not want to tell you. Zebras are one of the most responsible for injuries to zookeepers because they're wildly unpredictable and overall assholes. Life can really go from zero to kicked in the chest if you're around one. And the hand-reared ones are the worst because people think they're wild horses when really they're demon donkeys that'll crack your ribs and bite off your hand unprovoked. In a place with lions,
I would have never thought that out of all the animals in the zoo that the zebras would be the ones that are the menaces to society. Zebras are insane jerks. Oh, I liked zebras. Random, but just thought about the nightmare fuel that is the goblin shark. There's a goblin shark. They bite arms off often. Zebras will bite off people's arms.
bears, and gators, your biggest op could be a pissed off Oreo horse. If you work with foxes, your social life will suffer. Not only do they smell horrible, but the smell of fox pee sticks to hair, clothes, and skin and lasts weeks, no matter how hard or long you scrub. Getting R. Kelly by a fox is a great way to make people avoid you like the real one. Rhinos are the world's
Bro, I've always wanted a pet fox, and now I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute.
biggest and most dangerous puppies. White rhinos will eat out of your hand, and they love being scratched. And for a 5,000-pound armored truck with legs, they have the personality of a Labrador. With
Really?
ducks, you never want to have more males than
Oh,
females.
cute.
As a rule, you need 4 to 6 males for every female, because if you don't, the males will get aggressive and jump the female. I couldn't find the TikTok, but basically she was saying a female duck lost her eye because during a particularly violent session, one of the males got impatient and ripped her eyeball out. And since it usually happens in water, multiple males could possibly drown the female. If it
Oh
is in
my
water, they could
God.
break her bones. Animal secret zookeepers might not want to tell you. Part
God.
2. Anteaters are way meaner than they get credit for, and sometimes they'll just snap and take a life for no reason. Like, even jaguars would hesitate to attack them because they're really only one swing away from being a memory. One anteater mauled a zookeeper so bad, jaguars would
An
hesitate.
anteater can F us up. It's so crazy because it doesn't look like it could, but there's a lot of animals that don't look like they could F us up and would obliterate us. That's so
Because
crazy.
they're really only one swing away from being a memory. One anteater mauled a zookeeper so badly that she had severe liver, stomach, and lung damage. And
Oh,
she died.
God.
You watch your back if you're
And
in
she
his way.
died.
Tortoises are jaw-droppingly stupid. If you leave a bucket around them, they will 100% try to make babies with it, and they'll even give the treatment to an extra curvy boulder. Orangutans are evil.
That's why I
pickpocketing
told you every time I go to the zoo, like the tortoises are trying to bang. Every time I go to the zoo, if I go to the tortoise section, I'm like, I bet you what they're doing. I bet you they're yucking right now. I bet you they are. Oh.
Geniuses that'll make babies with it, and they'll even give the treatment to an extra curvy boulder. Orangutans are evil pickpocketing geniuses that'll steal items of importance and only return them in exchange for food. Sometimes
They're
they'll
smart.
even break up the object and hand it back piece by piece in order to extort more food, which is unfortunate if they steal your phone, and even worse if they steal an animal like an opossum. It's happened. This isn't a secret, but if you've ever seen a zookeeper cleaning an enclosure and you jokingly said something like, I wonder what animal that is, I can guarantee you that day you got silently cursed out in ways you didn't even know possible. Giraffes can seriously mess you up out of nowhere. Males fight for females by necking, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Sometimes they'll take you up out of nowhere.
soul
That day
is
you got silently
mine.
cursed out in ways you didn't even know possible. Giraffes can seriously mess you up out of nowhere. Males fight for females by necking, and it's exactly what it sounds like.
They
Sometimes
fight
they'll take a
by
swing at
necking.
keepers not paying attention just to be a dick, and if they connect, they will send you flying. The one day they're not nice, is they'll
Look
take a
at
swing
that.
at keepers not paying attention just to be a dick, and if they connect, they will send you flying. The one day they're not nice is the day someone gets put on CNN. Animal facts, zookeepers
Oh, they like slam their necks into you. They're just like headbutting each other.
might not want to tell you. Part 3. Koalas are
Giraffes are some of my favorite animals to look at in the zoo, guys, because they move. They move so they're so elegant, and they move so differently from other animals. I love looking at them. Like they're not my favorite animal at all. They're not even close to my favorite animal, but I like watching them move. V, thank you for the follow. Like I feel like I could just sit there and watch them walk around forever.
teddy bears with the personality of a
Koalas are the ones with syphilis.
on CNN.
Is it syphilis or chlamydia? I always get it
Zookeepers
confused.
might not want to tell you. Part 3. Koalas are teddy bears with the personality of a chainsaw, and if you have to carry an animal out of its enclosure, you'd have an easier time manhandling a crocodile. They claw, they bite, and they are dicks to other animals.
I thought they were like, I thought they would be really nice, seeing as though people are always hugging. It was chlamydia. People are always hugging koalas. They are always. Armadillos have syphilis. Armadillos have syphilis, bro. This koala, I always thought they were supposed to be like, demure and mindful.
Captive breeding programs for dolphins, but since they're difficult to transport for mating, they'll use artificial insemination, meaning someone gets paid to give Flipper a happy ending and collect the baby maker, and the dolphins are so smart they'll recognize whose job it is, and when they see them, they'll roll over and present themselves. If you irritate a member of the Camelidae family...
Oh my god, I did not just see that.
Your soul is mine.
I did not just see that. Lord Jefferson, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Oh my god. At this point, I just assume it's better to observe nature from a distance. Oh my god. Oh. Lord Jefferson, thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs, my love. You are so sweet. Mwah. Mwah. Spite's innocent has been taken away live on stream. Oh,
My
oh, Lord Jefferson, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank God to the 20 gifted subs that Lord Jefferson gave to get my mind off of what I just saw. Don't worry, I can't unsee it either. Get good, Chad. Get good, Chad. Get good, Chad. Thank you, Lord Jefferson. I not want to go swimming with dolphins anymore after seeing that. I could have gone without that. I could have. Lord Jefferson, I love you. Thank you so much, baby. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. Giga Chad. That was called a distraction, bro. Lord Jefferson was very good with distracting me there, because, oh my god. Hey, it's Spite and Chat. The YouTube algo graced me with a bit of yours and saw you were live. Gotta work, but I hope you have a fun stream. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much, Avi. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. Thank you so much, darling. I hope you have a good day at work. All right, let's keep.
Family like llamas, alpacas, vicuñas, and
Can I eat this?
You are happy now. My life is complete.
I am happy. I love you. Thank you, Lord Jefferson. Thank you, Lord Jefferson. Thank you, thank you.
If you irritate a member of the Camelidae family like llamas, alpacas, vicuñas, and of course camels, they don't just spit on you. Zookeepers just say it's spit so you don't totally freak out. What they actually do is regurgitate the contents of their stomach, mix it with saliva, and launch it in the face of whoever's annoying them. Piss one off, and they'll basically projectile vomit half-eaten grass all over you and dare you to do something about it.
They'll projectile vomit. I've always said to myself, oh, I would love to like work in a zoo. Work in a zoo if, you know, I used to say that when I was younger. Not anymore. I don't want to work in a zoo. But like I always said to myself, oh, I'd love to work in a zoo. And now looking at this, I'm like, oh God.
Vultures are one of the most affectionate, and they'll form strong emotional bonds with their keepers. They'll follow their favorite around, greet them when they enter the enclosure, and even play with their socks and shoes. If you ignore the fact that they smell like an open casket in July, they're actually pretty cool. In fact, zookeepers might not want to tell you. Meerkats are the spawn of Satan, and they conduct themselves as such. If you know anyone who's ever worked with meerkats, ask them to show you the scars. I guarantee you they have them. They are, no exaggeration, the most homicidal mammals on the planet that aren't humans. If a zoo announces the death of one of their meerkats and they say it was due to natural causes, it's way more likely that one just straight up murdered another. They're also one of the worst animals for first-time zookeepers because
look at the image. Look at the image. Guys, this meerkat means business. This meerkat, this thing face. He looks like a scoundrel, dude. This meerkat looks like a straight up goon. Oh, Hello, thank you for the follow. Thank you.
Nobody warns them, they'll think they're cute and cuddly and try to feed them by hand. And that is exactly how you go to bed with less fingers than you woke up with. Most keepers understand their animals so well that they have no problem being in the same enclosure as tigers, leopards, and bears. But there's one animal that seems to universally scare everyone.
Is it gorilla?
Ironically, cassowaries are shy and
Oh,
introverted in nature, but
cassowaries.
during breeding season, sometimes these hell turkeys decide to
Your
catch a body.
soul
They are
is
one of the most
mine.
dangerously unpredictable animals you'll ever be around. Most zoos won't even let workers inside cassowary exhibits without at least 2 others keeping watch.
That's a really
And they
pretty
often go in
bird.
with an attack shield in case this Satan Tweety gets ideas. Orangutans are smart enough to get
They
people
have to have an attack shield? Average siege enjoyer. Thank you for the follow. They have to go in there like Captain America gets that bird.
fired. In Omaha Zoo in Nebraska, zookeepers kept forgetting to lock the orangutan exhibit, and when they would get there in the morning, 5 males would be posted outside. The head keeper got on his staff for being careless, but after this happened several more times, he was ready to put someone on unemployment. But it turned out one of the males named Fu Manchu found a piece of wire and hid it between his lips and gums, and when nobody was looking, he used it to pick the
He
locks
was
of his enclosure,
picking
and then he proceeded to
locks?
free all of his friends. It took zookeepers over a week and the threat of being fired to figure it out. Cougars are the biggest push.
Bro, orangutans are way too smart. Those monkeys are smart. They're super smart. Oh my god. Bro, LMFAO have to suit up with the riot gear. He was unlocking the doors. Unlocking the doors. These poor zookeepers were out here thinking that they were. Oh man.
Pushover of any cat.
The cassowaries have multiple parts. Hi, average siege enjoyer. They have multiple parts of their bodies that can easily kill humans. I've learned about them first time I came to Australia. Oh lord. Oh lord. Yeah, no, you do need to suit up. Full blown suit. Men should wear tactical gear, or men and women should wear tactical gear when they're working in the zoos.
They're naturally afraid of over
Look
a
at
week
this
and
little
when comfortable, they'll
cougar.
seek out help to figure it out. Cougars are the biggest pushover of any cat.
Look at that baby. Look at that baby's face. I'm sorry if my English isn't the best. No, your English was great, sweetheart. You're good.
Naturally afraid
Welcome in, by the way, cutie. First time chatter. Everyone say hi.
of people, but when comfortable, they'll seek out head scratches and belly rubs, all while purring. They're basically giant house cats that could turn you into a headline if they wanted to. Secret zoos might not want you to know. Every zoo has a group of animals that are so dangerous they're kill on sight, meaning if they escape their enclosure or attack somebody, zookeepers are taught to take them out immediately. And surprisingly,
Okay.
a lot of big cats like lions and tigers aren't KOS because they would rather tranquilize and capture them. Even silverbacks are tranquilized first, but there's one animal that's kill on sight in basically every zoo. Chimpanzees.
hyena?
Not only are they homicidal maniacs and incredibly fast and strong, tranquilizers only piss them off. By the time it kicks in, they could have already chewed someone's face off.
I said that chimpanzees were
My chutui.
animals that can be aggressive, and someone said to me like, no, that's not true, and I'm like, yes it is. I'm like, yes, it is true. I know it's true. I know it's true. Oh god, chimps are a big kill on sight kind of deal. Like look at him. Look at this. Look.
If one escapes, somebody has to die, and it's usually the chimp. Sloths can be incredibly vicious. They look innocent, but those jaws can inflict nasty injuries on animals and people. Tamarin was once harassing a 3-toed sloth, which everyone thought was cute, until the sloth clamped its jaws around the monkey's face. By the time keepers broke it up, the monkey had an eyeball hanging out of its socket, and the sloth was covered in blood that wasn't his. Tortoises are
I love sloths. I love sloths. Sloths are one of my favorite animals because they're so derpy. They're so derpy, and I held a baby one, and it was so cute. And yes, I was in active pain as I was holding the baby sloth because he was dragging his nails across my thighs. And did I care because I was holding a baby sloth? No. So I just let him drag his nails. He wasn't pressing hard either. He wasn't pressing hard into my thighs, like
Your
at all.
soul is
He wasn't
mine.
actively trying to scratch me. Their nails are just that sharp. Like he was just moving his hand a little bit, like his hand, and I was like, oh my god. oh my god, that hurts. That hurts, man. Ulysses King, thank you for the follow. Did you say Lucky Sloth? Oh yeah, they've got claws. Oh man, yeah, they do.
for no reason. Sometimes if you go in their enclosure, they'll block off the exit by sitting in front of it. And since the Aldabra tortoise can be 500 pounds of stubborn, you're not going anywhere. A lot of zoos have to rent pandas for $1 million a year, and it takes another $500,000 to feed them, which doesn't even include medical and enrichment costs. It can literally single-handedly bankrupt zoos. Might not want to tell you. Part 6.
Pandas are the most expensive.
Become much worse parents because honestly, zoo animals are just worse at being animals. In the wild, a mother may reject her baby due to drought or sickness. Zoo animals can reject them purely off vibes. Zoo animals also respond way worse to stress, and when a military jet flew over a Sweden zoo, the animals
they give birth to their kid. They're like, you're not chill like that. They're like, you're not chill like that. I don't F with you. And they just leave them alone. They should put little booties or socks over their claws before letting people hold them. They probably should. They probably should. Yeah. No, I was holding a baby sloth. So just imagine if I was holding a bigger sloth. I think I actually would have had like cuts on my thighs. I think. What was the coolest animal you've ever got to hold? Probably a kangaroo. Kangaroo is probably the coolest. I had a whole bunch of kangaroos come and hang out with me, and I got to feed them carrots, and they were just, and I was like practically hugging the kangaroo, but I wasn't allowed to completely go in the enclosure. But yeah, I was practically hugging it with the way that I was feeding it carrots. Like they allowed you to like stick your arm inside and feed carrots, but I was like full on just hugging the kangaroos. Full on. And I was like, can I come inside? I was like, they love me so much. And then she was like, no, they have a chance of kicking your guts out. And I was like, you have a point. you have a point. I kind of want to keep my guts like in my body. Spite is low-key a kangaroo queen. Yeah. Yeah, if you were doing that inside the enclosure, they would have just punted me. But when I tell you I was like hugging them, I was like practically hugging them. Like that's how it was. And the lady was there. Like there was a lady there, so I wasn't doing anything wrong. I wasn't like that one dude who stuck their hand in the enclosure and got his hand eaten by a tiger because he wasn't supposed to stick his hand in. I would never stick my hand in any type of enclosure that I'm not supposed to do. Kangaroos fight by hugging each other and kicking. So yeah, but they weren't trying to hurt me. They weren't trying to hurt me. They were being very affectionate. But yeah, if I went into the enclosure, yeah, there's definitely a chance they could have kicked the shit out of me and then I would have died. Then I would have died and that would have been, yeah.
So they proceeded to tear apart and eat 23 of their babies. It was not pretty. Zoos don't buy or sell animals.
They were probably affectionate because I had carrots, more than likely, and that is okay. That's okay. I don't think that they were like in love with me and they thought I was Snow White.
Instead, they trade like cards. For example, if you think you would like this bighorn puppy, it'd probably cost you about 20 penguins. 2 lion cubs could set you back 1 grand zebra, and if you have more baby giraffes than you can handle, you could trade him in for a Burmese python, a red-tailed hawk, and a miniature pig. Most zoos are strongly against putting price tags on animals because it can encourage poaching. Except these guys. These bastards are too expensive to trade. Animal escapes are pretty rare, but when a major one happens, everyone basically readjusts their fences and enclosures. Kinda like how in class everybody will change their answers if one kid gets it wrong. A lot of zoos had to readjust their tiger enclosure because 3 idiots decided to taunt one and that tiger proceeded to yeet itself over a wall. Can't blame the tiger though. Sometimes natural selection comes with a free meal.
He decided to jump over the wall. Why would you taunt the tiger? Meanwhile, they were probably like, girl, if you didn't have these carrots, right? They were like, we only accept you here because you have the carrots. You could be an honorary kangaroo for now. for now.
Zookeepers might not want to tell you. You probably shouldn't work with your favorite animal for the same reason you shouldn't share an apartment with your best friend. After 1 week, it'll change everything you thought you knew about them. You like penguins? They smell like Satan's locker and snap and bite at your shins every time you feed them. You like tigers?
Are they stinky?
Tiger poop is one of the worst smelling things you'll ever live through. You like elephants? Give one an enema and I swear next day you'll be at unemployment. Don't work with your favorite animal, you'll have a new favorite by lunch. Being a zookeeper isn't just playing with animals all day, it's incredibly difficult.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why? Why would you? Why would you do that? Why would you? been scarred 2 times. That's scarred 2 times. Oh, I've been scarred 2 times. 2 times. You know, it's natural. It's natural, but at the same time, Jesus, the floodgates opened. It really did. Oh, sweet natural casual geographic. I love this guy. I love this guy too. What I like about him is that he teaches us about stuff with animals in a very like Gen Z millennial way. And I'm like, yay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Cause that's the thing. Like, you know, he makes it fun. Surely it can't get any worse. It got worse. No, it did. Hold on, let me drink my tea. God. That was atrocious.
Difficult and ridiculously demanding. They work well over 40 hours a week and often have to sleep at zoos just so they can respond to any emergencies. You go through years of training, applications, and hours of interning, all for a starting salary of about less than $30,000. And when you take that much for that little, you're a different breed. But they're so dedicated to the animals that it's worth it. But if you personally know a zookeeper, tell them you appreciate them. Lord knows they don't hear it enough. Out of all the animals, the most dangerous—
I feel like if you're gonna be a zookeeper, you need to be someone who is doing it because you love, like, I love animals, you know, but like you like love animals. Like animals are your passion. Like if you're a zookeeper, you need to be passionate about animals. I love animals, but I wouldn't say I'm like passionate, because if you're passionate, you know everything there is to know. You are like down for the cause of everything, you know.
And the ones zookeepers hate working with the most are the ones outside the cage.
Definitely a passion
no other animal
job,
causes
yeah.
more migraines or higher blood pressure than a hairless primate armed with an iPhone and a sense of entitlement. Most zookeepers agree if you kept the animals at bay and the people, zoos would be 10 times more fun, and I don't blame them for thinking that. Animal facts you definitely wouldn't know unless you worked at a zoo. Walruses are really talented at baiting. In fact, you could say they're
Masturbators?
They do it a lot. You're probably wondering how a walrus does this. Well, there's 2 options. 1, they slap themselves with their flippers, or 2, they're flexible enough to self-service themselves with their mouth. And if
Oh, they're actually masturbators! Oh.
In a walrus, you've probably seen one do this. Bonobos will go out of their way to wait until they have a crowd of people around them and then start spontaneously having in front of the audience. They do it on purpose. I don't know why.
I thought he was making a joke. I thought he was making a joke saying like, oh, they actually like bait for food. No, he actually means they actually. Oh my God!
The more people around, the more likely they are to ruin the innocence of any child watching. Tigers can't purr, so to show affection, they'll do the same slow blink that your cat does to tell you he loves you. Tigers share 95% purr, so to show affection, they'll do the same slow blink that your cat does to tell you he loves you. Tigers share 95% of their DNA with domestic cats, which makes sense because they're basically house cats on steroids. They'll cuddle up to their favorite keepers, play hide and seek with them, and of course give them that famous love blink.
Your soul.
I knew I deserved a tiger. I knew that I knew, chat. I need to get rich. I need to get rich so I can have a pet tiger who loves me. I knew I deserved one. No Crispy, thank you for the follow. I knew it. You guys know tigers are my favorite animals, right? How could they not be my favorite animals? Look at those murder mittens.
Tigers are soft. A lot of animals get lonely during the winter because
so
there's
cute.
less visitors and they're used to seeing people. This usually happens with higher intelligence animals like elephants, primates, and parrots like the African gray. During COVID, one zoo brought painters into the monkey house just so the monkeys would feel less alone. One Japanese zoo asked people to FaceTime the eels just so they wouldn't forget about people. Top 3 dumbest things to ever happen at a zoo, and no, number 1 is not what you think it is. In 2009, a woman decided to take a flash pass to Jesus by jumping into the polar bear exhibit in a Berlin zoo. She proceeded to get mauled by 4 of the biggest carnivores on the planet. At one point, zookeepers were able to pull her out of the pool, but of course she fell right back in. She also did this during the polar bear's feeding time. Apparently, she lost her teaching job and was so depressed that she decided to factory reset her life one of the worst ways possible.
Why would you jump in there? Lady! Why would you jump in there? Look at the image. Please. Oh my God. You know what's sad? Dude? Because she lost her teaching job. That's why. Oh, I thought she said, I thought they said that she like did it after the fact. Oh, I thought she said that afterwards she lost her job. Okay, my bad. Jesus, my goodness.
exhibit in a Berlin zoo. She proceeded to get mauled by 4 of the biggest carnivores on the planet. At one point, zookeepers were able to pull her out of the pool, but of course she fell right back in. She also did this during the polar bear's feeding time. Apparently, she lost her teaching job and was so depressed that she decided to factory reset her life one of the worst ways possible, and zookeepers were actually seconds away from shooting the bears just to save her. Luckily, she and the polar bears lived. In 2007 in San Francisco,
That's
3
crazy.
dumbasses who will not be named decided to taunt Tatiana the Siberian tiger just to see what would happen. What happened was she decided to make the census 3 names lighter. Motivated by malice, Tatiana jumped over a nearly 13-foot wall and violated all 3, murking 1 and severely injuring the other 2. And what's true today was true back then. If you're young and dumb, you will get paid, and after getting sued, the zoo had to pay a $900,000 stupid tax to the brothers.
Are you serious? Because they decided to be mean to the tiger? The tiger. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that's so
Number 1
ridiculous.
isn't actually this. Because in 2012, a mother lifted her son over a railing to get a better look at the animals. He then dropped the 2-year-old into the African wild dog exhibit. He survived the fall, but not the dogs. And if you know how African wild dogs hunt prey,
no.
you know this was very bad. On top of all that, the mother
Wait,
still
hold
not
on,
to
let
go
me
look at the animals. Number 1 isn't actually this. Because in 2012, a mother lifted her son over a railing to get a better look at the animals.
Oh, I
He
know
then
the
dropped
story.
The 2-year-old into the African wild dog exhibit. He survived the fall, but not the dogs. And if you know how African wild dogs hunt prey, you know this was very bad. On top of all that, the mother sued the Pittsburgh Zoo for negligence. Yeah. Obviously, the victim here is the little boy because nobody deserves that. But
How do you sue when it literally tells you don't? It tells. I don't understand how people have the audacity to like sue whenever it tells you, hey, don't jump into this. It tells you don't jump in. It tells you don't put your bait. Don't lean on something. It tells you, and it's obvious to not do that.
Yeah, the railing's there for a fucking reason. 3 more of the dumbest things to ever happen at a zoo, and number 1 will make you feel some type of way. In 2017, a man decided he didn't want to pay the price of admission to get into a zoo and instead scaled a 10-foot wall to get in. And best believe a price was paid, because my man's ended up in the living room of 3 of the biggest big cats on the planet. The man was brutally mauled in front of horrified guests, and I like to think the last thing that went through his head, other than, you know, the tiger's teeth, was if it was really worth it. You can't put a price on life, but this man gambled his entire way of being over $19. Also, one of the tigers died over his stupidity.
Oh,
At number
not
2,
the
you probably
tiger
know
dying.
exactly where this is going. Another dumbass who will not be named was a regular at a Netherlands zoo, and she had a habit of smiling at the gorillas and making eye contact, even though trained zookeepers told her not to. She ignored them and said that she had a special bond with the gorillas since they always smiled.
I've been to the zoo before, and I will tell you that, like, you know, if you look at a gorilla the wrong way, they will clap against the glass. They will like full on slam it, and you'll see it like, you know, like vibrate, you know. Oh my god. Wait, so she was someone that was inside. She was someone that worked there. Even though trained zookeepers, there was another lady who had a habit of smiling while. Who was a regular. Okay, so she was a regular at the zoo, but this was like it was an enclosed space, right?
Basically,
a visitor.
She told her, trust me, I know him. He'll listen to me. Remember what we talked about. This isn't you. Yeah, she played pick me with a 400-pound gorilla, and one day Bakito woke up and chose Miralax because he wasn't taking no shit. Bakito escaped, beat the woman like she stole something from him, and then broke into a restaurant. And number 1 in 1987,
He
at Prospect Park Zoo in
escaped!
Brooklyn, a couple boys decided to climb into an exhibit and swim in a moat. Who's
The moral of the story is don't look and make eye contact with a gorilla. Jeez.
1987 at Prospect Park Zoo in Brooklyn, a couple boys decided to climb into an exhibit and swim in a moat. Whose exhibit, you ask? Well, originally they planned on swimming in a sea lion pool, but somewhere along the line they decided they just didn't value their lives. They went into the polar bear den. What happened
Oh,
next
you
was two
idiot.
900-pound murder bears proceeded to play tug-of-war with the 11-year-old's body. Police came and shot the bears, but the boy was already past tense. Did I
You
mention
are
this was all
stuck
because
with
of a
me
dare?
now.
It was a tragic, senseless, avoidable death that never should have happened. May those
Oh,
polar bears rest in peace. As for the boy, he can rest in pieces.
rest in pieces. Oh man. What's sad is that, you know, what's sad is that because of like because of people, you know, acting as idiots, the animals have to get put down. They have to get put down because of that. And that's the saddest part about it. It's like, you know, most of the times when animals have to get put down, it's because of humans being dum-dums, literally. Trevor, thank you so much for the 13 months. Thank you. A year plus. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you so much. If you watch his shark video, expect a spider warning near the start. Oh, there would be a spider and a shark video. Why would there be a spider and a shark video? Oh, okay. Pretty sure Darwin said something about that. Let's say, you know, yeah, comparison probably. Yeah, jump scare. Okay. Okay. Thank you for warning me. Thank you for warning me. The dreadful spider shark. Just the intro, I think. Okay, okay. Do we want to watch more of him or do we want to watch something else? It's Halloween, so it's perfect. Dude, I'm terrified of the spiders. I don't want to see any spiders. Jump scare. Oh, boo. Oh, that's a cute emote. Boo. More? You want more? You want more of Casual Geographic? Okay. I appreciate the jump scare spider warnings. If you guys have seen any of these videos, please, 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 please let me know if there is a spider and things. Thank you, Gemini. Is this the video you were talking about, Gemini? The one right here? Why do you hate spiders? They ain't nothing but little guys. I have no reason. I have arachnophobia. You will, Roxas. Thank you. Is this the little shark video? Which video do we want to watch? Bum bum bum. 10 horrible ways. It's one of his recent ones. You have arachnophobia. I say we watch the one that you're talking about just in case, just so that the next time I see that video, I don't forget that there's a spider in there. Honey badgers. Oh, that checks out. Yeah. You want to see the honey badgers one? Fidget the cowardly dog. Yeah. Have you seen the spider scene from Black Myth Wukong? No, and I will not be seeing it at all. These people are making a big mistake. What is these people making a big mistake? What is this? I kind of want to see this one. What is this?
This is why you should
Is there a spider in this video?
never do what these people.
Over millions? Over millions of spiders? Or like what? Oh, the scene? Over millions of spiders? Ooh! Yeah, the Wukong spiders has more legs than 8. That's horrendous. That's horrible. This is the old ones. I don't know what's gonna happen. Do you want to watch new ones? Let me know if you guys want to watch old ones or if you want to watch new ones. You guys said you wanted to watch honey badgers. Hold on. There was honey badgers somewhere. Where's the honey badgers at? About to bite
Honey
your
badgers
face.
are the most disrespectful force in nature, and that's putting them over orcas. Because at least when an orca
What?
shot puts a seal, you can argue it's just testing a new hunting strategy. But honey badgers will look for negativity in situations where they have nothing to gain. Why would a honey badger test an oryx 10 times its size, get launched only to immediately do it again? Because honey badgers come into the world deciding they don't want peace, they want problems. They don't want compromise, they seek conflict. If orcas
Honey
are
badgers don't
homicidal
give a
sea
F.
Oreos, then honey badgers are double stuffed with audacity. If I ever make a list of the top 5 animals with black Air Force energy, honey badgers would be a first ballot choice. But like any kid that acts out in school, to really understand just what makes a honey badger such a one-man hate campaign,
They
you
love
gotta
to
look
throw
at its
hands,
family.
huh?
When you talk about mammalian carnivores, you can really simplify it into 2 classes, Team Cat and Team Dog. Team
Honey
cat would be
badgers wake up
feliform,
and
which
choose
translates to cat-like
violence.
carnivores, which would obviously include wild cats, but also cats that aren't really cats like hyenas, mongooses like the meerkat, and a bunch of other animals you've probably never heard of.
Oh yeah, no, I've never
On
heard of
the other
these.
side, and a bunch of other
A
animals you've
fossa?
probably never heard of.
Fossa, African palm civet, Jenna, a binturong. I've heard of a binturong. I've heard of that.
On the other side is Caniformia, which are the dog-like
Ooh, my
carnivores. This includes dogs,
feet are
wild,
falling asleep.
unhinged dogs, dogs on steroids, smaller but more street-smart dogs, and a special dogs.
He does the same thing I do.
Dogs on
Everything's a dog.
steroids,
Clearly a
smaller
dog.
but more street-smart dogs, and a special group of water dogs that decided they had enough of the nonsense and disrespect of the dirt world and were going to take their chances.
Little
on
sea
the
dog.
ocean. Results have been varied. But you also have another family known as the Mustelidae squad, and they were kind of in a weird spot. They weren't the biggest, definitely weren't the fastest,
But vicious.
not the smartest, and for the most part they're solitary,
Your
meaning they rarely have a
soul is
numbers advantage.
mine.
So their only
Casual
real option was
watcher,
to
thank you for the
overcome and take
follow.
away anyone that overmatched would, with violence and borderline crackhead courage.
Oh my
If
god, are
Ruff
they
lives
in
that
the
overmatched
water?
would, with
Eat
violence
attacking this. Bro. This is true violence. You have a an air dog in the water, and you have this air dog being the bird, right? You have this one literally attacking it in the water.
and borderline crackhead courage.
Seagulls
If
deserve that
muscles like
treatment,
honey
to be
badgers
honest.
ran in groups, they probably wouldn't need the personality of a power tool to survive.
Air dog.
Because gang violence may be unethical, but in
Dog.
the wild, it's a way of life. It's the reason African wild dogs are one of the most efficient groups at canceling life subscriptions.
Crackhead
Because team
courage.
play is high-key underrated. Ants are probably the best used social insects in the game, and it's almost scary how well they work together. Led by a queen who can almost check in at the same
Ooh.
weight class as a mouse, ant society is built on a hierarchy where everyone has a job. Female ants are workers who can have tasks such as cleaning
Ooh.
the eggs and feeding the larvae. Queen ant's job is to supply the ant census with new bodies by
Ew.
constantly spawning eggs, and some species can spit out over 800 in one day. Male ants have one job, and it's to supply the queen with baby batter and then exit the census once they fulfill that purpose. They have no
Ew.
rights, no free will. They're basically walking Egypt.
Like,
And
ew.
if you ever wanted to know just what ant society is like, the Ants Underground Kingdom is a simulation strategy game with millions of players already online. You can hatch and develop your own ant army,
this a
including rare
sponsor?
ones like the Banshee ant, which is based on an actual insect that isn't really an ant, it's a type of wasp. You can also unlock
this-
new buildings like toxic fungi, gorgeous pearl, special nests, and more.
It
Now
is.
here's the
This
fun
was
part.
the greatest.
Ant Armada
This was the
includes
greatest
guardian
way to
ants,
do a sponsor.
shooter ants,
That was
and carrier ants.
that was
Plus, you can call
solid.
on
That was
reinforcements
very
in the form of
smooth.
Scorpions and spiders. It's like Game of Thrones, but with ants. PvE wise, you can
I'm
run
glad I
feuds with
wasn't
jumping
looking
spiders,
completely
giant
at the
mantises,
screen.
and more. You can choose what alliances you want to join and then make friends with players from all around the world. And mercilessly backstab them at every turn
That
because there's
is-
no church in the wild and hell is not a consequence. Make sure you
Smooth
download the
integration.
Ants
That was
Underground
so
Kingdom
smooth.
and use the redemption code to cash
I
out a
like.
bunch-
I have this way of sensing. I have a way of sensing that the spiders are coming. I was looking at the screen when I saw like the ants, but then for a moment I was like, when he was listing the different type of bugs that were going to be in it, I was like, nope, a spider is going to be one of them, and I looked away. Jumping spiders are cute though. They are cute. No, you're
bunch
right.
of benefits the game is offering just in time for the holidays.
You
to make
was it
sure
a
your
jumping
army
spider?
is the
Did he show a
strongest one.
jumping
But if you're
spider?
a honey badger, the strongest army is
Or
always
did he
an
show
army
like a
of one.
regular
Honey
spider?
badgers could be the mascots of Miralax because they don't ever give them, they just take them. And when I say it runs in a family, you can tell the honey badger took something from all of their cousins and made it theirs. We're gonna
My
get to those
spidey
cousins,
senses
don't
were
worry.
tingling.
But first we gotta talk about what makes honey badgers such a middle finger to the natural order. First is the fact that they're not indestructible, but damn it, they're pretty close. Honey badger skin is tough and resilient, able to withstand bee stings, snake bites, and brutal maulings that would certainly be a game over for other animals. You could even come at a honey badger with a machete, and it could still probably Eurostep any serious injury.
Oh
There's
shit!
even
What?
reports of these steroid skunks taking down African crested
Your
porcupines.
soul
The
is
same ones that
mine.
have about 30,000
Oh my
good
God.
reasons why testing them could be really bad for your health. In really rare occasions, porcupines have crippled the top-tier lions so badly that hunting humans was their only option. In 1965,
Damn.
after a lion nicknamed the
Italo, thank you for the follow.
man-eater of Darajani was finally put out of commission, it was discovered that it had been gored by a blade beaver, with one of the quills being lodged in its fractured teeth and another one nearly piercing its brain.
Oh
Maimed and
shit!
out of options, a starving lion put at least one Kenyan on a t-shirt. That's the kind of carnage porcupines are capable of, yet honey badgers can often survive an encounter with one thanks to their tough skin.
They have such.
The same
They're
reason they
oh
can square up with
shit.
snakes and then live to try again. Honey badgers are menaces that have been known to turn deadly serpents like the puff adder into
So are honey badgers the true kings of the jungle?
the black mamba into a purse. Common
Honey badger
misconception,
don't
though,
give a
is that honey
shit.
badgers are immune to snake venom.
I think I know
They're
that
not
video.
immune. They're much
I
more
think.
resistant than other animals, but enough penetrating bites can flatline even a honey badger. But usually if a honey badger is wounded by a venomous snake, it'll just pass out in an almost coma-like state, only to get up a few hours later and walk off like
What?
a Sunday morning hangover.
It just like, oh yeah, I got poisoned, but I'm good. There needs to be a honey badger superhero. One with all the honey badger one with all of the honey badger powers. That's what we need. That's what we need, chat.
Another fact is that not only is honey badger skin tough, it's incredibly loose, especially around the neck.
Wolverine? No. Honey badger.
So if one's ever being mauled by a big cat, this walking cigar can turn around while being attacked and deliver smoke directly to the face. Honey badgers are furry
Just
Duracells,
Wolverine
and
without the
anything short of a
claws?
round directly to the skull isn't guaranteed to kill them. This durability is why honey badgers are either brave enough or stupid enough to blatantly steal from top predators, and they usually target leopards. Unlike lions and hyenas, leopards are solitary assassins that hide their prizes high up in the branches where they can't get their pockets picked. The food may be safe from lions, but they're not safe from a malicious equality symbol with nothing to lose. Honey badgers will risk it all by attempting to steal from a leopard by climbing a tree once it steps
Oh,
away
they
from
really
its
don't
meal.
give a fuck.
If the honey badger gets caught in the act, it'll throw a loud temper tantrum, hissing and screaming as it backs away. A method I'm sure they got from their close cousin, the Wolverine. The Wolverine is a honey badger on PEDs. Built
The tantrum, the way it backs away. He didn't show what they sound like, but I'm just imagining in my head them like moonwalking backwards while like screaming at the jaguar, and it is sending me.
for the freezing tundra of the north. And even though they're roughly in the same weight class as a medium-sized dog, tankier predators like bears and mountain lions will occasionally pay
gosh.
food taxes to this walking vibe check. But the thing with Wolverines is, they have the strength and speed to catch their own bodies. Wolverines will stalk a potential victim for hours, even days, and there have been reports of Wolverines posting up in trees just so they can wait for the right moment to pounce. But why waste the energy or calories doing that when you can just pickpocket a grizzly or clutch a 2v1 versus wolves? And just like the honey badger, Wolverines will attack anything with a pulse. Difference is they have the tools to actually stop it. One Wolverine put a polar bear in a headline after
The Wolverines are pretty much. Bro, I was totally joking about the Wolverine honey badger thing, but apparently they're like actually really similar. Wait,
its
actually.
vice grip jaws around the struggling bear's throat until it's suffocated. There have even been reports of a Wolverine dropping a female moose by ripping at its shoulder blades until it eventually tapped out.
A
In
female
comparison, Honey
moose?
badgers have allegedly KO'd units like the Cape buffalo and water buck.
Oh my
Except the honey
god.
badger's methods are
Is he ripping? Oh my
Wolverines
god!
are little man syndrome but with bear trap jaws. Even though they might not have
Bro! Bro! Oh my god! Oh my god!
superhuman healing powers, they
Oh
do have
my
rotating
god! Oh my god. Your next chat. I'm kidding.
teeth. Wolverines are equipped with upper molars rotated 90
Oh,
degrees inward,
he
meaning
said,
they can easily eat
what
a
the
grizzly
fuck?
bear's leftovers even if it's half frozen. That dental plan is
Your
why Wolverines
soul
eat
is
every part of an
mine.
animal right down to the
Get
bone.
in line,
Honey badgers
boys!
don't
Get
have
in
nearly
line!
that kind of power, but these prison striped weasels do pack a nasty bite.
Wait,
and they've
no.
been seen tearing into tortoises. Wolverines have one more secret, and it's that they smell really, really foul. Not only do they use the power of liquid booty as a threat, they'll spray the
Liquid
scent over any food
booty?
they find to make sure no one else touches it. Which is why the Wolverine is also nicknamed the skunk bear. Honey badgers also weaponize this.
Confirmed Wolverine Hugh Jackman smells like shit. Confirmed. Bro, why is there always at least one out of pocket clip in these? Literally.
South side. When threatened or just annoyed, the honey badger will reverse its anus inside out and release a liquid so vile
You
it
can
can suffocate anything
reverse
near it.
your
In fact, the
anus?
smell is so offensive it can temporarily paralyze attacking bees. It's not hard to see how the skunk bear and the
Oh
family
my
bear approach
God.
the same family reunion. But you can RSVP the otter to the same function. Otters are considered the most intelligent of all mustelids, and they're
little
part of the rare
baby.
group of animals that are able to create and use tools. This one's using a vending machine.
This is one of the
Those that
cutest
are
dogs
eight-
ever,
otters
please.
are cons-
Look at him. Look at him.
Considered the
Oh
most
my god, no. Look at that little
family
face.
reunion.
Wait,
But
wait,
you
wait.
can RSVP the otter to the same function. Otters are
Look at, oh my god! I know they're little shits. I know otters are little shits, but you cannot tell me they are in They are. These little shits right here are in the list of top cutest animals. They are confirmed. That's a face of a criminal.
Are considered the most
Oh my
intelligent
god.
of all mustelids, and they're a part of the rare group of animals that are able to create and use tools. This one's using a vending machine. In fact, they're so smart that in the 60s, the CIA allegedly tried to weaponize them.
It'd
I
be
actually made
covered
a
in the
video
blood
on
of its
this in an auto
enemies
report
and
that
still
was
look
created on
cute.
my TikTok, so definitely go
Never
check that
trust
out.
something
They're
that
also an
cute.
anomaly in that they're one of the rare social mustelids, which should give you mixed feelings. Because yes, sea otters will hold
Look at
hands
that.
while sleeping so they don't float away. Despite my lack of emotion, I find that adorable. But
That
otters,
is
especially river
adorable.
Otters will jump anything that enters their territory, from caiman to jaguars to idiots with iPhones. If you want your idea of otters to be completely slaughtered in 10 seconds, Google otter and attack and count how many articles you get. A pack of 20 nearly took a man off the Singapore census permanently.
Oh,
A group
shit.
of rogue otters drowned a woman's beloved dog as she could only watch.
Oh no.
Once upon a time, a monkey wandered
Her
into the
puppy.
otter hood of the Bronx Zoo, and the outnumbered monkey paid the toll for his
Look
transgressions.
at that.
to his soul.
There's so many
That's
of them.
really only scratching the surface. I already have an entire video.
Never trust something that cute, but we trust you. Ah. You're cute. But you're cute. But you're cute. You've never seen giant Amazon river otters?
Dedicated to the carnage society lets otters get away with, but one fact should really hammer the point home. Sea otters have a violent mating ritual that involves biting his partner's nose pad so hard that he can tear it off while occasionally holding her head underwater. That is not
Whoa.
the disturbing part, because frustrated male otters that couldn't find a mate will resort to taking their lack of options out on baby seals. Something they'll
No.
continue to do for up to a week, even after the seal's soul has already evacuated.
Oh,
I mean
God.
that in the worst possible way. So in a
Oh.
weird twist, out of these three otters
Oh,
that have the
God.
lowest morality, but to compensate they have the highest intelligence. Don't think honey badgers
They
just
are
some crayon
criminals.
eaters. They're incredibly smart
They're
too.
criminals.
But like the kind of smart that would make them high-class criminals. In
I
an
could see why you guys said like they're the same. Yeah, Breaker. I could see why you said they're criminals, the same levels of dolphins. Because yeah, no, yeah.
experiment, a honey
Yeah.
badger couldn't reach a box of food that was hanging from a branch of a tree. But what would have been a dead end for most animals was only a challenge for him. After a few seconds to carefully weigh his options, the honey badger proceeded to push his crate closer to the hanging box, to the point where he could stand on it to claim his prize. It might not seem like much, but being able to figure this out automatically puts honey badgers in the highest percentile when it comes to animal intelligence. But the best example would be this little guy named Stoffel. Stoffel was a well-known escape artist that would find some of the
Stoffel.
most creative ways to end his bondage. In one of his many escapes, Stoffel noticed a broom that had been left near him, dragged it over to one of the corners of his enclosure,
Bro,
leaned
he's
it against the
smart!
wall, and then used it to emancipate himself.
Are you
He
serious?
tested his skills with a
Bro,
gate
you
and
see the
saw
man
wall, and then
running
used it to
afterwards?
emancipate himself. They
Bruh.
tested his skills with a gate, and Stoffel the Black Air Force managed to undo the latches of the lock. They then put him in a cell surrounded by cement walls. Take a wild guess what this little weasel did. Stoffel dug up a bunch of rocks, and when he had enough, he piled them in a corner, and Andy Dufresne himself. One night,
Oh my god, they're like full. They're intelligent and they're criminals. They're like the underground like gang lord of the animal kingdom. What?
his caretaker
What?
awoke to a burglar in his home at 1 a.m. You know where I'm going with this. Stoffel escaped again, only this time he broke into the farmer's house and even tried to get into his bedroom. And you want to know the most disrespectful part of it all? Stoffel
What?
was hand-raised by humans at a young age and imprinted on them. Meaning Stoffel had no intention of actually escaping. Nah, he was just doing it for the sport and for all the memes. And we know that because Stoffel would allow himself to be caught and returned back to his enclosure just so he could figure out another way to make his caretakers earn their pay. Breaking into the farmer's house past midnight was just grade A trolling. And
So basically, even though he was, raised in captivity, they're still crazy. Some animals, like, you know how they, when you have like a tiger, you get like a tiger or you have a lion, you raise them in a captivity and they're like sweet little babies. They're sweet little babies. No, not with the honey badgers. Honey badgers are like, you've kept me here all this time. I hate you. I feel like they're angry. I feel like they rage is the only thing in their brain. They've been playing too much Skyrim and learned how to lockpick. I want you guys to know that Rumi's been sending me little gifts of otters just now, like little cute otter gifts. They're essentially oversized ferrets in a way.
Of course, it would be criminal to not mention that time Stoffel escaped his enclosure and entered the lion's den where he was nearly brutally mauled to death. After he recovered, the first thing Stoffel did fresh out was try to find a way back to the lions to settle the score. Stoffel would also regularly break into the lodge kitchen where he would harass staff and help himself to any food he could find. They eventually gave him a lady badger thinking that would help him calm down. What they really did was introduce the Bonnie and Clyde as they would
Bonnie and Clyde, I knew it!
For their size, honey badgers have relatively large brains and they make it everyone's problem. But there's one more thing about them that
oh, you know what? This is how we're gonna solve it. Let's add some more. When it comes to the animal kingdom, whenever they're like, you know what, we could solve this problem by adding some more, it never works. It never works.
that really makes them a menace to society.
She sent a little gif of an otter holding his face, and underneath it says, when you find out otters are actually menaces.
And for that, you have to look at its third cousin, the stoat. The stoat is one of the smallest of all mustelids, yet they regularly put prey 10 times their size.
Oh, look at that! Oh my
They do this by
god!
relentlessly chasing their prey, which are usually rabbits, until the prey eventually drops to exhaustion. Only then will the stoat deliver a devastating bite to the back of the skull. And once a stoat locks in on its target, there isn't a force in nature that can stop it. The stoat is so hyper-fixated that it'll even ignore rabbits that might be closer just so they can commit to pursuing its original target. That crackhead determination is not foreign to the honey badger. The only way a honey badger can fend off leopards, hyenas, and even the occasional lion is by constantly squirming, hissing, and biting until the attacker eventually decides it's not worth the calories.
Oh.
Even if they eventually do go out of commission, you can be sure the honey badger did not go quietly. The badger's stubborn nature is probably best summed up when you see what they do.
Honey badger don't give a
badgers
shit.
love breaking into beehives to eat energy-rich honeycombs. Unfortunately, that often means getting a face full of African bees, which are more
We need a
aggressive
stoat
and more nasty
VTuber
than their
now.
European cousins. But these honey weasels will continue to eat even while being actively swarmed and attacked by bees. And even though they're resistant, they're not 100% immune to bee stings. Honey badgers have been known to keep raiding the same beehive for honey until they eventually get stung to death. But honey badgers don't care, they live life balls first with no fear of consequences. This willpower is how 2 honey badgers step
I wish
to
I could
6
have the
young
same
lionesses and
mentality
still
as a
manage to
honey
survive.
badger.
At one
Oh
point,
shit,
the
oops.
honey badger stepped to 6 young lionesses and still managed to survive. At one point, the honey badger found itself in the jaws of death, only to use its
Honey
loose skin
badger
to
does
turn
not
around and
care.
bite the lion back. This leopard tried harassing a young baby badger, only to end up cosplaying as a cheetah once Mama Badger inserted herself into the conversation. Speaking of cheetahs, honey badgers have such a reputation.
Is that a baby cheetah? Oh my god! I don't think I've ever seen a baby cheetah before. Chad! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! The face! Oh, I wanna hold it. Yes, they're adorable. I have never seen one before. They are so fluffy. Let me guess, you want one now? Yes. Yes. You know why? Because they confirmed. No, because he confirmed that if you have a big cat from captivity and you keep it and you raise it right, they won't hurt you. Dude, there's this lady that she found a little black cat. I could probably show you her videos at some point. She found a little black cat in the forest that she thought was like a void, like a little void house cat. So she raised it. She was like, all right, this is my little void. It turned out to be a full-blown panther, like a little black panther. And she was like, I guess it's mine now. And she still has it. The panther lady. Yeah, you know Luna, the panther lady. Yeah, she has one. She has one. And she also has a dog. She has what type of dog is it? Is it a Rottweiler? No. What type of dog? I don't remember. But yeah, she has a panther, and she lives with a dog too. Yeah, and Luna the Panthera. Yes. And you know, it hasn't eaten her.
And it's widely believed that cheetah cubs evolved to mimic their coloring to avoid confrontation with predators. The whole predatory cat, and evolution forced them to impersonate an African bush weasel just to get more respect. Hell for cheetahs, but another notch on a honey badger's chastity belt. I say chastity because they don't give a f. With the strength and durability of a wolverine, the intelligence and morale deficit of an otter, the pure coke-fueled willpower of the stoat, the honey badger's the only thing alive that can make a bull cut intimidating. And that's gonna do it for this video, which was by far one of my
I want to
most
show
fun
you
videos.
Luna really quick. We can watch more of Casual Geographic, but I want to show you Luna really quick because she is adorable. Luna's so cute. Let me find the video. Luna the Panthera. Luna the Panthera. See here. I want to know if I can find like her first video. There's I don't know. I don't trust that music. A Black Panther and a Rottweiler have an incredible bond. When did she? She's not a bear. This is Luna. You can see the spots. I want you guys to see the full story, because like she literally found her as a little baby, and then she was like, oh, you know, I have a void. She thought she had a void and she had a panther. Imagine thinking that you have a little house cat and it turns out to be one of these. Look at that, look at it. That panther is technically a lion? Oh, really? Look at the murder mittens! Ah! Ah! Look, it's a big void! And that, I was right, it was a Rottweiler. How did she meet her dog partner? Let's follow her story. Okay, we can get the story, get the whole story. Wasn't she abandoned by a circus or traveling zoo? I'm not sure. I believe that though, that makes sense. The baby panther born at a zoo was abandoned by her mother after a week. She was in a very dangerous situation due to a lack of milk. Then Victoria, who has experience in raising a big cat. This isn't her. Wait, is it?
Soul is mine.
Was this the story? I don't think this was the story. Was it? Fox Shark. No, this is Luna. Okay, I'm confused. I think they worded it a little weird. Because when I saw the video directly from the lady who raised her, and she didn't word it like that. Didn't word it like that. I think she worded it a little bit more like she found it because it was, you know. I love Luna, me too, and a lot of milk. Look at the paw up. Her paw just being up as. Can I get a shout out for Mythic? Hi, Mythic. My favorite. Oh, and then she gets big. Of course, it's in Russia. This is proof that I should be able to get a big cat. Then she started talking when she got angry, and grew up so fast. Aww. Her blue eyes turn a beautiful green. Oh, I want one too. This is a sign when the panther's childhood ends. Luna is still a panther after all, bro. She's gonna get big. The little prank gets Victoria in big trouble. Is stream lagging again? Ah! Why? Stream is lagging, Spite. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? What is happening? What is happening? What is happening? There has to be something. There has to be something up. I don't know what it is. Twitch is at it again. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Hold on. Let's just give it a moment. I thought it was just me. Yeah, I don't. Back at it again with the white vans. They should rename Twitch to Trip because it's been tripping lately. Oh. Okay. Okay, it's good now. No, it's still bad. It's still down. It's just, yeah, it's still bad. It's still bad. I was enjoying this. Give it some time. Let's give it some time. I'm gonna look through Even if it is potentially just Twitch, I'm gonna look through and figure out. Rats have been munching on Twitch's cables again. My streams have been perfectly fine up until literally this week. You're lurking at a couple other streams and they're fine. That's why I'm wondering if it's literally on my end, because it could literally be that. It could be. I don't know. I don't know what it would be if it was. Be a test. Yeah, I've got a bad upload speed. Hold on, guys. Give me one moment. Guys, can a faulty motherboard affect upload speed? So I don't know if it's a motherboard issue or not. Because pause. Bad upload speed. Is it the video? It shouldn't be. So yeah, it does say so it's either PC or Twitch issue. Okay, so it's either a PC or a Twitch issue. Okay. It says a faulty motherboard can cause
Your soul is mine.
Can cause a bad upload speed. All right, I'm gonna have to buy some new parts. I'm gonna have to buy some new computer parts, get my little dual PC set up fixed. Isn't it crazy, chat, how I was literally talking about the other day, I was like, I need to get backup PC parts just in case of stuff. I think I don't know if I want to say I jinxed myself, but I think that I kind of, did I accidentally manifest this? Did I manifest this? Oh, I hate that. So, it might be the Twitch servers you are streaming to. Yeah, it's only really lagging for me plus 10 to 20% delay. Let's see. A faulty motherboard can cause bad upload speed, too many devices connected. Your bandwidth can be shared, an internet cable. I just got a new internet cable, Ethernet cable, so it seems fine. The visuals, sound is fine. The visuals are just lagging. So the sound is okay. What do you guys think it could be? If it's on my end, what do you think it could be? The type of hardware you use using your motherboard can upload an effect. In theory, it could be far down the list of things to check first. There's a possibility it could. Mother. Issues with network drivers can cause it too. You're gonna need to replace the device with the broken motherboard. That's if it even is a motherboard issue. Because I'm looking at motherboard issues, they said with motherboard issues that it could be, connection thing, but usually if a motherboard is bad, you get like blue screens. You get like blue screens or your computer has a hard time booting up. And that hasn't been happening for me. Like I haven't had any blues. I haven't had any blue screens. I don't know. Too many viruses. There's no viruses. Yeah. There's no viruses. Booting your computer makes your motherboard beep. There's no beeping. There's no beeping. There's no, Replacing the RAM and removing the video card doesn't help. Computer use different. I might just I'm gonna have to buy a new motherboard. I'm gonna buy some stuff literally today. because this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. Insanity, insanity. Like it is absolutely dead right now. Hmm. Glitches or freezes. Slowing down. Because sometimes my computer. Okay. Yeah, my speed test. PC, stop bitching. Yeah.